Hi everybody, Simeon Goa here, SIMEONGOA.ca. I wanted to talk just briefly today how, about something that someone told me a long time ago when I first started out as a freelancer. And it was a curious interaction with the person because they came to me as we kind of began looking at working together. And they said, it was kind of out of nowhere. They said, like they had agreed to work with me, but they came out of nowhere and they said, "This is a relationship." And it was really angry. And I didn't quite understand why. It was a very odd thing. And I'm still confused as to why they said this. I have some ideas maybe about why, but it was never communicated. And to me about why they kind of had this outburst about trying to force the idea of relationship on me. But it stuck with my head and it came up today because I was thinking about whenever we go to represent our businesses, online or in person or whatever, there's always this tension between how we want to be perceived and how we are perceived. And the first thing that I wanted to say about this is that this is something that can always, this is something that does change. Both how you want to be perceived will change over time, and how people will perceive you will change over time. And we can bring these things together. We can do work, and that's the upshot of this. And the upshot is we can do this. We do it through clarity, and we do it through positive creativity. And what I mean by that, I'll get into in a second here. There's two dangers, however, that I'm trying to articulate and wanted to articulate here and see what you think. And I really would appreciate you letting me know if these kind of make sense to you, if I've missed something or whatnot. So do let me know what you think about this. But there's sort of two areas where I see this two dangers when we start either going out in a new direction or as a new business owner, and when we are successful. And the two dangers are when we're new and we don't have any experience at all. Between how we want to be perceived and how we are perceived, there's a space that opens up, and that can be filled with insecurity. And that insecurity can make us more susceptible to manipulative tactics. We can be more desperate, and we can want to camouflage ourselves in a way, whether it's in our branding, our purpose, how we do what we do, why we do what we do, what it is that we do, what we care about, or in our marketing, our sharing of our services or our product. We can become more manipulative because we're insecure about it. That's the first pole. But then on the other side, there's situations which I also see, not just online business, but business in general, where people get a lot of get success. They are, they are successful. They achieve a certain amount of success, and then they get flippant, and they express it in a flippant sort of disregard, and inevitably become overconfident. And so how they want to be perceived and how they are perceived, a gap opens up in here, and it's overconfidence that fills that gap. So when a new person, a newcomer, a new direction, we fill the space between what we want and how we are with insecurity. And with someone who has a lot of experience, the temptation is to fill that gap between how we want to be perceived and how we actually are being perceived with overconfidence and disregard. So this is not new, but going back to what the person said to me in a really angry tone, I want to put to you that, and this is, that a business interaction, the way you steer clear of the either of acting out of insecurity or acting out of overconfidence is to see your interaction as a relationship, as to see your business as cultivating relationships. Cultivating friendships, why not? I get that from George Kao, who basically has a nice little piece on all the different metaphors that talk about business interactions, war, seduction, or, it goes on. But as to see a business as a relationship, what would you do in a relationship? And I recognize that people are at different levels in terms of their understanding of relationships too. So this is tricky because it's like some people think that they need to manipulate the situation or manipulate other people in order to have a relationship. Even to tell them this is a relationship in order to manipulate the situation to make someone do something. So we got to be careful here. But I wanted to bring it up because I do believe that if you honestly come to your business in order to cultivate relationships, then you can use clarity of who you are, why you do it, and that clarity means that you are not just, you're communicating something that you can help people with, and in addition to that, people can understand that that is something that they could benefit from. This is essentially being reliable, being consistent, providing clarity in terms of what people can expect, and I also talk about positive creativity because I think creativity can sometimes get lumped in with manipulation. So I don't know if positive creativity is necessary, but I think real creativity is something that is mutually beneficial, not exclusively beneficial. So if you are clear in what you are doing and how you do it, why you do it, and all those things, and you're creative in terms of how you communicate about it, or how you've come to that, then that's something that is mutually beneficial and is positive for everyone involved. This doesn't mean you get a quick fix, but unless you have something that you can deliver that's very fast but is mutually beneficial. But more often than not, the quick fixes are exactly what, they're not. And so let me know what you think about this and whether or not this is something that you see playing out online, whether or not this is something that you've struggled with. I think I have struggled with it in the past. I think I've identified these two different sides of it because I have seen it in others and I have seen it in myself at times. And I think the way forward is reliability, is clarity, is honesty. A lot of people are using authenticity these days, and I agree with that. I see the value of that. But all of these are words, and all of them can be used in a way for good, for creativity, or for manipulation. And so we just need to be aware of that and seek to find those who wish to cultivate a relationship with us, but not a relationship, if you know what I mean. All right. Have a good day. Hope this helped. Let me know what you think. And yeah, I hope this helped. Bye.